You're welcome back, and in the studio with me is the lovely Miss G with all the gist on the entertainment, all the entertainment happenings in town. Miss G.
Hello.
Looking bright
I
and
saw
green.
you yesterday on TV, and I couldn't believe there was a rubber scene.
Miss G, we had a pact. We signed a pact that you would not talk about this.
You know, I'm like, okay, very soon I can see you in a place of power. Say amen.
Amen to that, I receive it.
So let's start with the call on the president by one of Ghana's very good actor, Prince David Osei.
Okay.
Now he took to his Instagram page to say to the president that yes, it's been 100 days since he got in power. He's made a lot of promises to the creative art industry. They are yet to see any materialize. He's just reminding him that they need his help, and because there's no help for the creative arts, especially the actors, the producers, the bloggers, all of them have turned into people who just go for photo shoots. And that's all they're doing because there's no job.
That's
so he's
serious.
calling on the president. Yes, it says, let me read a portion of it. It says, these days, you know, movie players, actors, producers, bloggers, etc. are now like idle, and rather than shoot movies, which they are noted for, all we see them doing these days is photo shoots put on social media. And since there's no much to do, so he's calling on the president to actually, you know.
But I thought there was a Creative Arts Council that was set up.
Exactly. So the Creative Arts Council is saying that they haven't got an office space yet, and so they are not operating or functioning fully yet. So there's no space for you to walk in and say, okay, this is me, I represent the Actors Guild, or I represent the Musician Union of Ghana, so I'm coming to deal with you because you are supposed to regulate all our activities.
Right.
So until then, these people will have to work all by themselves. And again, you know, during the Actors Guild...
But it's curious though, I mean, why are these actors not acting, which is their profession, and resorting to photo shoots? Is it that, I mean, the scripts are not coming in? Is it that the Nigerian market has taken over? What's
so there are lots of factors. One of them, funding. They don't have enough funds. The producer says the sale of CDs is almost remote. Now it's almost like obsolete, if that's a good word to use, because now you cannot sell CDs and expect to get returns. What you do is you premiere a movie and you sell rights to maybe multimedia, to Joy News, DSTV and all that. And after a while, you can now put the movie out there. But how can you wait for all this while to make your returns and then decide to go on another production? They're not buying the movie. So if no big network comes to buy your movie, it means that you've produced a movie, it's fine and all that, you premiere, and that's the end of your story.
But that's sad if people are not patronizing.
People are not patronizing. And because we have too much on our TV these days, people are spoiled for choice. You know, YouTube is there. You know, there's a lot of things happening around us. Social media is even entertaining us some more. And so
I think the Actors Guild should think outside of the box and probably come up with some innovations.
Well, now that they have a president at last, after a year and over, we're hoping that this new president, Sami Fishin, will be able to do something for the Ghana Actors Guild. And maybe government would also be able to put in some funding, but the minister says they need to look for the funds themselves. That's why she created the Creative Arts Council. So let's see what will happen. I hope that the president gets to see this because he was tagged in this, and let's see what the president has to say to the arts industry. So away from that, there's been criticism by Oforian Ponsan that the kind of music that is being produced, highlight music produced these days, is very poor. Now he says that, you know, the producers do not take their time to do quality sounds for highlight musicians. And so we spoke to a highlight musician by name Kumi Guitar, and he's saying they're doing well. Oforian Ponsan, rather than criticize, come on board and help.
I think we are doing better. Like, it depends. You know, when the money is there, some travel out to do mastering. There are other people that goes to Germany, to Bundesliga, to work on their music and all that. It depends on how much you have and how well you want to invest in your song. And most of the young ones like us don't have what it takes to go to all these high places of Ramponsa and Lumbes can go. I believe that when he also started, he had a push. Somebody was, I think Lumba was there to take him to all these places, so he had it that way. So I think if he's found a problem or he's in a pothole somewhere, he's in the best position to help. Like if he knows that Bisa is a good artist, and then to him he feels that is not on Nero X or whoever's song is not produced well by any producer, but the content is good. He can also help by saying that, well, your song is nice, and because I love High Life and I want High Life to go far, let's go to this side and then do a mastering or something to give it the quality it deserves.
So that's Kumi guitar.
That's Kumi guitar.
I see. Well, I mean, to some extent, I guess he's right. I mean, we're not seeing a lot of high life music on the scene now, with the exception
of
we
patronizing
Bisa Kede.
Yes, is the one who is
doing
know, flagging or hoisting the flag higher. I don't know if that's he's the one who keeps high life current.
Yeah.
And also the guy who he mentioned, Nero X, is also doing very well.
Okay.
And Kumi Guitar is also joining them. So let's see what will happen. But then we can talk about another. Now we don't even know where to position high life, hip life artist Kofi Kenata. Because he picked up the high life artist of the year.
Yes.
And so we don't know whether he's a high life artist or a hip life artist.
Well, isn't his song more of high life?
Well,
which
people think is also hip life.
Well, yeah. Well,
we can't tell.
It's quite confusing.
Yes. So there was a Western Region Awards or Western Region Music Awards for people from the West, Western region of Ghana who are into music and paying their due when it comes to music. And he was awarded, but according to what happened, he was seated for a very long while. They were calling names, awarding people, and it wasn't his turn. And then when he got to his turn to pick up the artist of the year for Western Region, here's what he had to say.
So what's he saying there?
So
I could barely hear what he was saying. Medical.
You know, Medical was nominated for 7 awards at the Ghana Music Awards. He sat all through
and did not receive one.
So he thought that, so Kofi Kenata is saying that he thought he was becoming a Tadi Medical, and that's what got a lot of people excited there. Okay, so the whole of today, Linda Ikeji and Don Jazzy, both Nigerians, have been trending on social media.
Oh yes, I think I saw
you saw that.
Yes.
Okay, so you know why they're trending then?
Well, is it on the back of Banky W and Adesua?
Exactly. So let's see Banky W's pictures. When Banky W posted pictures of himself and Adesua getting married, Don Jazzy went and picked the picture, congratulating him. He says, "Ayemi to something like meaning that this is his life, and that." Should he start acting movies? You know, so those are the comments. Should he start acting
So what
movies?
is he trying to say that this is his life?
Okay, so this is his life. He sat down. You know, they used to say that the Bachelor of Nigeria, Celebrity Bachelor, was Banky W.
Yes.
Now Banky W is married. He acted with his wife. So now they are married in reality. Okay. So he's also asking, should he also start acting movies? And people are saying they have a movie script for him and Linda Ikeji. Now it started with P Square.
For those who don't know Linda Ikeji is a popular Nigerian blogger. Okay. Right.
So Linda, Peter of P Square said, oh, if the two of them, Don Jazzy and Linda, decide to marry, he will take care of everything. He's ready to sponsor the entire marriage. And so people took the story and started tweeting and talking about them. So dear Linda Ikeji, I write one movie script like that. I will beg you be the lead actor in it. I beg you go act you sabi act. So that's Don Jazzy asking
Linda
Ikeji.
Are they dating?
That's what people are speculating now, that it looks like these two have something to do.
Okay.
Because ever since the storybook, a lot of people have been talking about Linda Ikeji.
And there have been lots of memes on
but
social media.
amazingly, if you go to Don Jazzy's Instagram page, he posts the picture that P Squared posted earlier and said, this one that P Square has said it, when Linda Ikeji's true boyfriend proposes, it will become another news for him. You know, it's more like, hey, you have sat down, somebody else is taking this one away from you too. So a lot of Nigerians are talking about it. But we won't be surprised if we ever hear that Linda and Don Jazzy will finally are finally settling.
Well, it's a good thing. I mean, I love when people are in love.
Yeah.
And I guess a lot of people feel that way. So, I mean, it's like a wind that is blowing across.
Hey, has it blown towards your direction?
Towards your direction.
Towards your direction. So you say, I love it when people are in love.
Well, it's a lovely thing. It's a lovely feeling, isn't it? So, I mean, it's a good thing. Everybody's falling in love. It's a great thing.
Hey.